Every day, billions of people wake up and reach for their phones before they've even brushed their teeth. Notifications, news alerts, social feeds, the digital world floods in immediately. We believe we're making our own choices about what to read, what to watch, and what to believe. But in reality, invisible systems are already at work shaping that experience for us. These systems are algorithms, mathematical models designed to keep us engaged, and one of their most powerful side effects is something called the echo chamber effect. By 2025, this phenomenon is no longer just a buzzword in academic circles. It has quietly become one of the most influential forces in society, changing how we think, how we vote, how we spend money, and how we see each other. So what exactly is an echo chamber? Imagine being inside a room where everyone around you agrees with everything you say. Every idea you put out gets repeated back to you. At first, it feels good, even comforting. But over time, you stop hearing any disagreement at all. That's what social media platforms, search engines, and recommendation systems are creating on a massive scale. They use your browsing history, your likes, your clicks, even how long you pause on a video to predict what will keep you scrolling. Then they show you more of the same, content that looks like what you've already interacted with. It's personalized, it's addictive, and it slowly narrows the world you see. This didn't happen overnight. In the early 2000s, when Google first launched PageRank, it revolutionized how we found information. Suddenly, the most relevant search results rose to the top. But as the internet exploded, competition for attention intensified. Facebook entered the scene in 2004, then Twitter in 2006, YouTube in 2005. Each platform needed a way to keep people hooked, and algorithms were the solution. By tracking user behavior, platforms could maximize engagement, and engagement meant profit. That's when the seeds of today's echo chambers were planted. Fast forward to now. The echo chamber effect has been studied in everything from politics to health to entertainment. In the US, a Pew Research study showed that over 60% of adults now get at least some of their news from social media. But the kind of news they see depends heavily on their existing beliefs. If you lean conservative, your feed is filled with right-leaning sources. If you lean liberal, you'll mostly see left-leaning sources. And if you happen to click on something extreme, the algorithm may push you further and further down that rabbit hole. This is why two people can live in the same city, face the same events, yet perceive reality in completely different ways. Take the 2016 US election. Cambridge Analytica harvested data from millions of Facebook users without consent and micro-targeted them with political ads designed to exploit fears and emotions. This wasn't random. It was algorithmic precision. It showed the world that our digital footprints could be weaponized to manipulate entire populations. And this wasn't just the US. In the Philippines, President Rodrigo Duterte's campaign used coordinated social media strategies to dominate conversations online. In Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro's rise was fueled in part by WhatsApp groups and YouTube recommendation loops. India has faced similar challenges with WhatsApp-fueled misinformation leading to mob violence. These are not isolated incidents. They're case studies in how echo chambers, powered by algorithms, have global consequences. But politics is only one piece of the puzzle. Let's talk about health. During the COVID-19 pandemic, echo chambers on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube amplified misinformation about vaccines and treatments. Some people found themselves in communities convinced the virus wasn't real, while others were trapped in fear-driven loops of worst-case scenarios. A Stanford study found that exposure to misinformation online made people less likely to trust public health authorities and more likely to believe conspiracy theories. Think about how powerful that is. An algorithm designed to maximize watch time could literally influence whether someone chooses to get vaccinated, potentially affecting millions of lives. And it's not just health or politics. Echo chambers seep into culture, entertainment, even the products we buy. Amazon's recommendation system isn't neutral. It favors items that generate higher profit margins, sometimes at the expense of small businesses. Netflix prioritizes shows that get viewers to binge multiple episodes, shaping not only what people watch, but how entire genres rise and fall in popularity. Spotify's algorithm can turn an unknown artist into a global sensation overnight, or bury them forever if the system doesn't favor their music. Even dating apps like Tinder and Hinge use algorithms that don't just match people, but actually shape preferences over time, reinforcing certain beauty standards or demographics. The scary part is how invisible all of this is. Most people don't realize their reality is being curated by machines. And because it feels natural, because it feels like we're just choosing what we like, we rarely stop to question it. But psychologists have shown that repeated exposure to the same ideas strengthens our belief in them, even when they're false. It's called the illusory truth effect. Combine that with the emotional pull of fear, anger, and outrage, emotions that spread faster than facts, and you have a recipe for division. Think about your own feed. How often do you see something that genuinely challenges your beliefs? For many people, the answer is almost never. And if they do, it's often framed in a way that mocks or discredits the opposing view, rather than encouraging real understanding. The result is polarization. Families split apart over politics. Friends unfollow each other over debates. Entire communities fracture because they're living inside different realities created by algorithms. But it doesn't stop there. The echo chamber effect also affects the economy. Companies use algorithmic targeting to predict consumer behavior with shocking accuracy. Have you ever thought about buying something only to see an ad for it hours later? That's not coincidence. Retailers like Walmart, Target, and Amazon collect enormous amounts of data and feed it into systems that know when you're likely to shop, what price you'll pay, and even what mood you might be in. In China, platforms like Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok, have integrated shopping directly into videos, turning entertainment into instant commerce. The echo chamber here isn't just about ideas, but about products, trapping consumers in endless loops of spending. So what's next? In 2025, artificial intelligence is pushing echo chambers into even deeper territory. With generative AI, platforms can now create personalized content tailored to each user. Imagine an AI system that doesn't just recommend videos, but actually generates new videos, articles, or even fake influencers designed just for you. That's not science fiction. It's already happening. Virtual influencers powered by AI are gaining millions of followers. Deepfake videos can create convincing but false narratives. And AI-driven bots flood social media with posts designed to sway opinion. The line between real and fake, truth and fiction is blurring fast. The consequences are massive. If we can't agree on what's real, how can we solve real-world problems? Climate change, inequality, public health, these issues require collective action. But echo chambers divide us into camps that can't even agree on basic facts. And as AI-driven systems get more advanced, the echo chambers will become more personalized, more manipulative, and harder to break free from. Some people argue that the solution lies in regulation. Governments in Europe are already pushing laws to increase transparency, forcing platforms to reveal how their algorithms work. In the US, discussions around Section 230 and content moderation are ongoing. But regulation moves slowly and technology evolves fast. Others believe it's up to individuals to take control, to deliberately seek out diverse perspectives, question what they see online, and resist the pull of algorithmic comfort zones. But let's be real. Most people won't do this. It takes time, effort, and critical thinking, and our brains are wired for the path of least resistance. The truth is, there's no easy fix. Algorithms are deeply woven into the fabric of modern life. They run our feeds, our entertainment, our shopping, even our dating lives. They're not going away. And as long as attention equals profit, companies will keep optimizing for engagement, no matter the cost to society. So the real question is, what happens if we do nothing? If we keep living inside our bubbles, will society fracture even more? Will we reach a point where it's impossible to find common ground? Or will people eventually push back, demanding a digital environment that values truth, nuance, and diversity over profit and clicks? The echo chamber effect is one of the defining challenges of our time. It's invisible, it's powerful, and it's reshaping humanity in ways we're only beginning to understand. Whether it's politics, health, culture, or commerce, algorithms are quietly dividing us into separate realities. And unless we confront it, the divisions will only grow deeper. If you've ever felt like the world is becoming more extreme, more divided, more hostile, it's not just in your head. It's by design. The algorithms are working exactly as intended. The only question left is, do we keep letting them decide our reality? Or do we take back control before it's too late? If this video opened your eyes, make sure to hit that subscribe button to Tech Tomorrow. We break down the hidden forces behind technology, the future of AI, and how digital systems are shaping your life every single day. Don't stay trapped in the echo chamber. Join us and see the bigger picture.